Welcome to Alabama Hills. Folks, this is one of my favorite places to camp on the whole wide world. It is located near Lone Pine, California, and it's also a place where a lot of movies have been shot. Now, I've done a couple of other videos on this that explain all that, but today I just want to show you a little bit about what it's like here in November, just after a storm. There's my rig camped there. Look at the beautiful rocks here. I'm at a slightly different place than I normally go. I usually go in further. This time was a little different because I came in late last night and it was dark, so I just kind of took the first thing smoking, turned in quickly, found this beautiful campsite. What's nice about this camp is these beautiful boulders that you see around here. Look at this. It's just really beautiful, incredible. And you can see the peaks in the distance there. You can see the fresh snow up there. It is early November, so the snow's just started to fall. So that's fresh snow. And when we get over further to that way, we're going to see Mount Whitney and all that. But as it turns out, right from my campground, there's actually a hiking trail. So we're going to go check that out and walk up into those rocks. So stay tuned. All right, this is a beautiful trail and you can see it goes a couple different ways. I think we're going to go up this way here. But you can see how beautiful the rocks are around here. Look at these. Right in front of me, kind of a orange color. The clearing sky is pretty cool. And if you look carefully over there by those big rocks, you can see my campsite. So let's head on up this way, up this thing, and see what we find. I want to slip over here and show you this kind of cool geological formation right here. This rock that runs right along here. It's sort of a different type of rock that's a strip sandwiched between the more roundish boulders. And this is a good view of it right here. This thing right here. Look at that. Any geologists in the crowd can tell me what's going on there. And you take a little peekaboo up here. How beautiful these rocks are. In the subdued light, they kind of have I guess you see kind of the lichens and the reddish color in the iron oxide. Here's a close-up of some of the yellow and orange lichens. Look at this, pretty cool. Here's another view of the lichen showing how it alters the color of the rock, where it's more gray on the right, and then it goes to this yellow and orange. It might be the same lichen that's just in various stages of growth, cause it to be different color. But there's a little, if you look carefully there, you'll see a little green. Those kind of yellow, orange, and green. Okay, here we are back on the trail, and you can see somebody's put some rocks here on the right side to keep you going the right direction. And you'll note in my other video, I talk about the camping, and it's been restricted because people were kind of really misbehaving and messing up the place. And a lot of people are bummed out about that and putting the hate on the BLM for that. But one of the things you could say for sure is that it's made the hiking nicer, because before you'd hike around, you just keep running into people's camps. And now you can hike around, and there's more day use only areas, so you have a much better hiking experience if that's your thing. But if you're strictly a car camper, want to have big bonfires and stuff like that, then maybe this is not as good. But for those of you who can't find a campground here, there's a nearby campground called Tuttle Creek, and there's plenty of camping there. It's just a nice open campground, and one thing that's nice about it is if you do like to have cell coverage, you will have it there, but you will not have cell coverage here. A lot of times these trails are really short, and we've just popped out on the road here. So what I'm going to do is hike up that way, and also that way over there. I think we'll go to the right first. Now, sometime I'm going to check for you when we get up here, but sometimes when you get up high here, you might have a little cell coverage because you have some line of sight to the town of Lone Pine. If you look over there in the distance, you can see the snowy peaks. So let's walk up here and see what we can see. All right, so here's a great example of what I'm talking about. This sign right here says day use only, and that refers to this place that we're walking up to right here. Now, if that sign wasn't there, you would have a bunch of people camping up here, and I wouldn't feel comfortable coming up here and looking around. That's the advantage, folks. I know some people will disagree with me, but this is a beautiful place to camp. Look at this nice flat area for like one car. It was rainy and windy last night, and you can see that there's a little bit of runoff here going down the road, and the surface is really sandy, so you're not going to get slick and muddy here. It's more just sand, so it's okay to drive on it when it's wet. And some of these roads are a little rough and you need high clearance, so a standard high clearance all-wheel drive or a standard four-wheel drive will do 90% of the roads here without any trouble. And then there's a couple of them that you might need a Jeep for, but a proper 4x4 with oversized tires, but for the most part that is not needed here. And if you've got an all-wheel drive with a little bit of clearance, you're probably going to be fine. All right, so what I'm doing now is just walking among the rocks And this is not an official trail, but there have been others on it. So I'm hoping I can get through, and it's just a matter of exploring the rocks. It looks like I might get skunked out here. Let's see. Yeah. I'm not going to be able to get down there. That's all right. We'll find something else. Oh, the colors are amazing because they're a little damp. It's very reddish. All right, so I kind of found a sort of a trail, and I see a post down there, so maybe I'm heading towards something, another road or something. But you can just kind of get lost in here for fun or even literally, so it's not a bad idea to have some sort of GPS with you, because it would be very easy to get lost. So here's a road that we've come out to, and I'm going to continue this way, which is kind of north, and I'll see where this one takes us. Have a couple of schoolies over there. If you look in the distance there, you can see some snowy peaks. And here's an example of a place where you can camp. So the places that are allowed will have signs like this one that show a camping sign without a red slash through it. Here's a no camping. It's got the sign with the red slash through it. All right, so I found my way back to what's called Movie Road. This is the main road. This is the big wide road that goes all the way through. You can come off 395, come up, it's the road up to Mount Whitney Portal, turn north on this road, and it'll take you north, and it'll eventually come out. Movie Road turns to Moffett Road, and then it comes back out on 395, whatever, 10 miles, 9 miles north of Lone Pine. So that's another way you can go. All right, folks, when you arrive, you're going to see these kiosks, and there's a box with camping permits here, and there's also some information here that you can read about. There's also some honey buckets there that you can try out or not. I tried them out so you don't have to, and mine was clean and did not smell. There's 3 here, and then at the Arch Loop trailhead, which is up the road here, there's 3 more. So they encourage you to use the porta potties because there's been problems in the past with too much human waste from camping. So jump on a bike or take a walk, or if you're far away, jump in your car if you want to use the facilities. That's the best way to do it. All right, I'm on the return trip now. I can't stress how beautiful this road is. And that's looking over to the east. So those are not the Sierra, but the White Mountain Range, I think. All right, folks, so we're working our way back to the van here. The hike was a little over 3 miles. And if you look right over there, you'll see the van. And one thing I want to point out is I can't stress the importance of map, compass, GPS, whatever you want to use, because you're walking among these rocks and it's extremely easy to get lost. And in fact, I used my GPS to find my way back to my van because I couldn't quite figure it out, because you end up kind of going in different directions and you forget which is east and which is west. So anyway, use your compass. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Just a little update on Alabama Hills, one of my favorite places on this earth. Wonderful place to camp. So don't forget to like and subscribe, give the old thumbs up, and until next time, thanks for watching.